What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. So after we create the external walls and the internal walls of our building, so we are already starting to develop our building for our MEP project. So this time around, I'm going to show you how to place doors and windows to your project. So we already have all the walls. So let's put some doors and windows. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hide first all the dimensions that I have here by going to the visibility graphic overrides. You can click edit here for the visibility graphic overrides, and then from the window for the ground floor, so you can go to annotation categories, and then let's go to the dimensions. Just uncheck that and then just apply and then okay. Okay, and then after that, make sure you have doors loaded in your project. So in case you don't have, you can go to the insert, load, family, and then from your doors folder, so make sure all the family is installed in your Revit so that you'll be able to load the doors. Okay, so these are the sample doors that you have, and I already loaded it in my project. So I'm just gonna cancel this. Okay, so let's place up some doors. So let's go to architecture. Let's click the door tool here. The shortcut is DR. Okay, just click this, and then from the properties, you can now select here the doors that you want. So let's say I'm gonna use door double flash panel. So I'm gonna select this one, and then I'm going to, okay, so just make sure tag on placement here is turned off, so that when we place our door, it will not place any tag. But if you want, you can just check that or turn on so that when you place it, so there's a tag that will appear. Okay, but in my case, I don't want to put some tags on it, so I'm going to modify, and then I'll just delete this one. Okay, and then after you place now the door, so you can still change the distance of that. So you can click that, and then there's the temporary dimension. So let's say I just want that 15 feet. So I'll just type 15 and then enter. There you go, and then modify. Okay, and then let us complete our doors in this level. So let's click the door tool. I just turn off the tag on placement, and then again using double flash panel, I'm gonna put one here. Okay, so this side. Then let me change the type here. So how about I use a single panel? So let's click this one, and I'm going to put one here. Okay, so before you click, you can still press space bar to flip your door. See, whenever you press space bar, it changes the direction or it flips it. So I'm going to place one here. I'm going to place one here. Okay, and I want to use the other type. Okay, so how about this one? So I want to place one here. Press space bar to flip. Okay, space bar to flip. Let me use this one again. Okay, and then let us place now our doors. Let's place that. Place our doors. Press space bar. Okay, so where else? So this one here. Space bar to place here, place one here, and then place another one here, space bar. Okay, so do we have all the doors? Okay, so we still need to put one here. Okay, do I have a smaller one? Okay, so I'll just put one here. Okay, so do we all have all the doors? Okay, and then again, if you want to change the distances of your door. So let's say for this one, I'll just click this and then I'll just make it 2 feet just to standardize it. So I just put 2 feet. This one also 2 feet. 2, enter. Okay, so this one, so I'll just make it 2 as well. 2 feet. 2 feet. Click. 2 feet. All right, so that they are all uniform. Okay, so that's 2 feet. This one is center. Okay, so this one, I want 2 feet. 2 feet. All right. Okay, this one. Okay. Oops, how about this one here? 2. There you go. Okay, so let's check this out in our 3D view. So let's check the 3D, and there you go. Okay, so let me just change the discipline here to architectural. So let's see this one, and then let's change the visual style to shaded view, and there you go. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to our ground floor. So this time, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to insert windows. Okay, so let us put some windows. Again, just make sure you already have loaded all the windows in your project. Okay, so let's place our window. So let's go to the windows here. The shortcut is WN. Again, there's no windows here loaded, so I'm going to select yes to load one. And then let's look for the Windows folder. Where's that? This one. And here I'm just going to use just one. I just use this one, fixed. Okay, so let me select this. And then for the size, I'll just use 24 by 48. And then okay. And then let's place now our windows. Okay. So I'm going to place 24-inch. Okay, so I'll place one here, and then I'll place another one. Okay, let me just uncheck or turn off the tag on placement. So I'm just gonna place it there. Okay, so place one here, place one here, here, and then couple of windows here. Okay, so here. Okay, so I'll just place one here. One, then one here. Okay, so where else? This one, place one there, one here, and two here. There you go. And just like your doors, you can still change the distances of your window. So let me just delete first this tag, and then let me select this. Okay, so that's the distance, for example. And then for this one, I want, let's say, 4 feet 6 inches. So I can just type 4 space 6. So Revit will read it as 4 feet 6 inches. Okay, because your current unit is in imperial, in feet and inches. But if your unit is in millimeters, so make sure you type 4 and then the feet symbol, and then 6 and then the inches symbol. So you do not type 4 space 6 and then enter if your current unit is in millimeters. Okay, so we only type here in this exercise the numbers because our current unit is in feet and inches. Okay, just remember that. Okay, so let me select this one. So let's say this one I want 5 feet space 6 inches, enter. Okay, right, so how about here? So this one, okay, so I'll just use 5 feet 6 inches. Okay, for this one, so 4 feet. This one is, let's say, 3 feet space 6 inches, enter. Okay, so here, same, 3 space 6, enter. This one, same, 3 space 6, enter. Okay. For this one, let's say, okay, so I'll just use 7 feet. It's already the center. Okay, so this one, 5 feet 6 inches. Okay, the same. So I just want to make sure that it's at the center. Okay, so how about this one? Okay, so I'll just make this 3 feet like that. Then this one, okay, so 6. This one, 6. Then this one, how about 4 feet? And there you go. Again, let's check this out in our 3D view. And this is now how it looks like. So that's now our building doors and windows. Okay, so now the next thing that we will be doing here is we are going to create the floor. Okay, so let's create the floor. So let's go to our ground floor again. So we are done with the doors and windows. So let's create the floor. Okay, so to add the floor from the architecture, I'm going to select the floor here, this one. So architectural floor. So let's click this. And then here on the options bar, I'm just going to select this option, extend into wall core to core. Okay, and then I'm going to use here pick walls. Okay, so there's the pick walls. So I select that one because I'm just going to pick the walls here. Okay, so I'm just going to click the sides of my wall here like that. Okay, and then in creating your floor, make sure it's close, no intersection, no overlapping. So this one cannot be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this by using the split element here. I'm going to split this line here so that I can use trim extend to corner to clean up the corner. So I select the 2 lines that I want to remain. The 2 lines that I want to remain. There you go. Okay. So make sure it's clean. Okay. No intersection, no overlapping, and make sure it's close. Okay. So after that, so the next thing that we will be doing here is let us now select check to finish it. And there you go. So we now have our floor. So let's check this out in our 3D view. There you go. So we now have our floor. Okay. And now the last thing that we will be doing here is we are going to create the ceiling head under the architectural head. Okay, so basically we're just going to create the ceiling. Okay, now for you to be able to do that, make sure you are on the ceiling plan, because currently when we create our floor, we are on the ground floor. So if you're going to create your ceiling, make sure you are on a ceiling plan. So that's why there's a ceiling plan there. So let's go to the ground floor. Okay, so let's double click that. Okay, and then let's place now our ceiling. So let's go to architecture, ceiling. Okay, and then here on our type properties, you can actually select the different types of ceiling that is currently loaded in your project. For this one, I'll just select your generic. So I select generic. Okay, and then I'm going to sketch the ceiling just like what we did on our floor. Okay, so sketch the ceiling, and then the offset. So there's an offset here. This one. So what will gonna be the height of our ceiling? So you can specify the offset. So currently there's already an offset here. So from ground floor, so there's already the height offset from level, which is 8 feet. But if you still want to adjust that height from 8 feet, you want to add, or you want to put another distance here or height, you can put the offset here. Okay, that offset will gonna be let's say if you put 1 foot and then you create your ceiling, so what happens is, let's say I'll just put here 1. See what will happen if I pick here. See, there's an offset of 1 foot. So aside from the height of 8 feet, so when you pick to this one, so it will gonna be offset to that side with a 1 foot. Okay, so you can also press space bar if you want to do that to the other side, like that. Space bar, space bar. So basically that will gonna, the offset here, that is the offset from the point that you have picked. Okay, so let's say I made this 5 feet offset. So I'm gonna pick here. See, there's an offset of 5 feet. So from this line up to there, so there's an offset. Now, if you want to offset to this side, just press space bar. Okay, but for this exercise, I'll just escape and make sure this is 0. I don't want to put any offset. What I just want is, I just want to specify the height here of my ceiling. So let's say I want 8 feet and 6 inches, and then I apply. Okay, so 8 feet 6 inches. All right. Okay, so let's now create our ceiling. So I'll just use line tool here, and let's just click the boundaries here. This one. Make sure chain here is checked so that we can continuously create our ceiling. So I'm gonna pick there. I'm gonna pick one here. 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 Here and up to here. There you go. And then modify. Okay, so after that, just select now check to finish. There you go. And then let's check this out in our 3D view. And there you go. So we now have our ceiling. We now have our floor. We now have our doors and window. Okay. So that's it for this simple exercise. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, and suggestions, you can put it on the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.